Hiya folks, so here we are at the car wash, and this is the first vid of my out and about section of the channel. So we're going to start off giving the car a bit of a clean, so bear with me while I do a contactless payment.
Product. Please pass your credit card. Please wait for confirmation.
Okay, that looks. I think I've done that right. I'm not sure if I pay twice then. Anyway, credit card away. Let's drive up to the starting blocks. I can't remember now if it gives me a. Does it give me a stop? Yep, there it is, the stop sign. It's like getting in lane ready for the Grand Prix. Not that I ever watched the Grand Prix, I just can't see the point in it. Okay, yeah, so as I was saying guys, this is the first vid of my out and about section. It might, the title might change. I was going to try and put a little trip and include a bit of lunch, see where the best place is, or where you could go and grab something to eat on the fly. We'll see how it goes. I say this is more of a tester, and so give me a bit of a big treat as well. So I'll knock it off for now because it's about to get noisy, I think. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Cheers. From the automatic car wash, and I can imagine the thing will be like a rebirth into the sunshine. Finally, hopefully kicked all that cold weather into touch, and we can get out and about. Right, there we go. Good screen of wash. Okay, off we go. So I thought the theme for today would be castles and car washes. Car wash, an obvious one because I've been to give the old car a treat. But I've been looking on Google Earth, just using Google Earth, but I was literally looking within a 20-mile radius of my hometown of Flint. And I was drawn to, because Flint is well known for what was well, not for a few things, but the castle will be up there as one of its main attractions, or only attraction. And I spotted there's a castle in Prestatyn, which I didn't know about. But after looking on Google Earth, the location, I know where the location is, and there's definitely no castle there. So, well, Flint is a really great site. There's a lot of preserved. It's got the turrets and the gate, and you can see an obvious castle there. I think Prestatyn is going to be slightly more underwhelming when we visit, but I thought it'll be a good little run out, because I've never seen it up close. And there's another interesting place to visit close by that has some fame attached to it. So I'll keep you in suspense until we get there. But for now, guys, I'll see you in a bit.
Paul Boris Johnson's league considered him to be utterly unsuitable for the highest office.
Okay, guys, obviously because this is called.
The Dane Doris started crying.
This first episode is called
Johnson
Carwashes and Castles.
the Dane Doris started
I'm in
crying.
Flint. Well, of course, I've got to start the journey off with
by any stretch of the imagination. That's
with a shot of Flint Castle in my hometown.
So
we're just gonna have a quick drive by here, so we can start it off as actually a lovely day, lovely morning.
Crying, and that's when you
So
saw
we should get some nice drive-by shots
perhaps
here.
got a really interesting glimpse of
We'll have
that.
to turn the radio off, otherwise we'll get James O'Brien on our case. So let's just turn in here. Yeah, look at that lovely weather, absolutely lovely. There's the old Flint Town United Football Club and Social Club, still open for business. And then here we are on the banks of the River Dee. We've got Flint Castle there. It looks glorious. And then there's the River Dee. It looks like a high tide today, definitely, because the river is right up to the banks of the castle. What a lovely day. You can see right across the Will there. Those row of white buildings that you can see central. That's Park Gate over in the Will. It's a lovely place to visit. And yeah, let's see, Flint Castle to my left. There's the RNLI lifeboat station to the right. And there's my mate with the binoculars, keeping a lookout for us. And then just a little bit further down, you can see the lady selling fish. Doesn't look too busy today, although it should be easy to catch a few fish with this high tide. Right, okay, folks. So let's carry on, and from one glorious castle to another glorious castle. Let's hit the road. Yeah, we're just heading on the coast road, leading from Flint towards Prestatyn. Actually, entering a town or village called Greenfield. Well-known spot, but just in front of us here, the archway, and right on the left, just right after you pass through the little archway, there's a speed trap. It's well known for locals, so you've got to keep it at 30 here. They seem to be cropping up everywhere, these speed traps now. Poor old motorist is clobbered left, right and centre these days. I mean, it's quite right to keep your speed to the correct limit, but it's not expensive as it is. There's the packing house to the right there, the old pub all boarded up. Spent many happy afternoon, Sunday afternoon in there, strumming the guitar and supping a few pints with friends. Still not sure what's going to happen to it, actually. There was talk that it was going to get pulled down, the land had been sold, and there was going to be properties built on the site. Then the last news I heard was that it might get a reprieve and reopen as a pub. Hope so. Pub trade in the UK though is horrendous now. It's pretty much on its backside. Obviously the events of the last couple of years, COVID and lockdowns, I think that pretty much put the last couple of nails in the trade, in the coffin, really, to be honest with you. But hopefully things will pick up. I've noticed that live music seems to be taking a bigger part in local pubs of late, or whether it's just me. I don't go out to pubs as much these days with my back problems and stuff, so I don't go out playing. That's why I concentrated on the acoustic guitar so much, because you can sit down and play, you know. But yeah, hopefully the live music will continue to be supported. Although it's tough for the publicans, because they've got to pay a group. And sometimes it works out cheaper to hire a karaoke or a one-man band with backing tracks. So you totally understand that. You've got to save pennies where you can, but there you go. Anyway, I'll pick it back up once we enter into Prestatyn. Yeah, so we're not far off our first port of call this morning, folks. The wondrous Prestatyn Castle. I'm not saying that in a mocking style way. But as I say, I'm pretty familiar. Don't hit the camera. I'm pretty familiar with the area that it says the castle is at. It's just down the road here on the right. Just going to go over the train bridge. There's definitely no castle there. From what I've seen on images on the Google Earth, it literally looks like a couple of stones sticking out of the grass in a farmer's field, like two broken teeth. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see it up close. Well, I say up close. By the looks of the map, you have to park up in a housing estate area, and then you have to walk over a pedestrian railway bridge, and then make your way through the fields to these two broken teeth sticking out of the mound. So with all the rain that we've had, it might be a bit muddy, so I'm not going trudging through mud and getting covered from head to toe. The site is over here on the right. There's a bit of hedgerow in the way. Let's look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can see two stones sticking out of the mound. Definitely. And we have to watch our speed here as well. It's 30 miles an hour. That's the trouble when you're doing vegging, not concentrating on everything. Yep, so we're going up over the railway bridge now, the road bridge. Then we have to turn right just up here and then park up somewhere and find access to the pedestrian bridge. So bear with me, guys, I'll just concentrate on driving a bit. So we turn right here, and then we don't go up to the other site there that we were going to visit. I think you can access the railway pedestrian bridge round here. So let's have a quick look. I don't want to park in front of anyone's drive or upset anyone. There should be a sign here saying, well, that looks like a little snicket there, little pathway. It looks a bit muddy too, but we'll give it a go. So we'll pick it up outside, folks. I'll just find somewhere to park that I'm not blocking anybody in. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so here we are, folks. We've found a place to park up. Just right next to some lovely daffodils here. And this is the pathway. I brought my stick with me because it looks like it could be a bit of a trek. But let's explore a bit closer. You can see the pedestrian railway bridge in the background there. And this sign there is public footpath, so we're allowed to walk, so let's go and have a look. Come on. There it is, folks. Castle in all its glory. A couple of stones, that's just one original stone by the look, sticking out of the mound. A nice bridge in it, that's great. But nonetheless, as I say, it's a historic site, and you know, something like that I suppose could quite easily have gotten dug up by mistake. So this will be here long after we've gone, and it's good to see that a bit of history being preserved, albeit one stone sticking out of the ground like a lonely tooth. Anyway, let's head back to the car and look at that other bonus site that's close by that's got a bit of fame attached to it. Catch you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, whew, that was a bit blustery, but we're back in the car after viewing the castle. And as I said before, literally a stone's throw from here, there's another famous site, or a site that's got a bit of fame attached. Well, quite a bit of fame, you know, especially if you're British and you're from a certain era, you'll certainly remember it. Anyway, I'll give you a few more clues as we get closer. Start the car up and just drive round. We'll have a drive past and then we'll jump out and take a few shots with the selfie stick. Looks like I timed that just right too. Some folk are going for a trek. Sure they didn't want to bump into me with my stick and the A360. Okay, let's have a quick drive round to this other well-known site. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seats now. I know it's not Prestatyn Golf Club, well, I'm sure it's a very important spot for a lot of locals. It's a game I've tried a few times in the past and I can sit and watch it. I find it really enjoyable, but to play it, God blimey, what a difficult game. Maybe you're going to pick that up later. So yeah, we're going past a site now to the left, which is famous for a British film, sort of bawdy, slapstick. It's probably a Freudian slip there. Slapstick. Sort of comedy film, and the films were a spin-off off the top of a TV series, which I think goes back to the 60s and definitely through the 70s. It's very successful, very popular, and obviously popular and successful that I think they made a total of 3 movies off it. Anyway, this particular movie that I'm referring to with this site is called Holiday on the Buses. Big hotel to the right here, the Beaches Hotel. I've actually been in there in the past and it looks quite grand, but it's not that grand. I had a bag of chips and a sandwich, so it's okay to stop by and have a quick bite to eat, but nothing too posh. I think in years gone by it was quite a posh hotel, you know, posh as in 60s, 70s, 80s posh, you know. I believe because the Pontins camp, they used to run various different themes or theme weeks, or what you like, country and western, stuff like that, you know. And one of the, I think it was an actual weekend, was a snooker weekend, and you'd have all the stars of the snooker world: Ray Reid and Alex Higgins, Bill Wobernick, Terry Griffiths. They'd all show up. I believe they'd all pretty much stay in that Beaches Hotel. It was a well-known spot for them to stay. I believe, I remember reading that Ray Reid liked to drink, and he could be found propping the bar up during the snooker fortnight, so I believe. And then in front we have the sea. As I say, it is definitely high tide. Let's go out and have a quick look. There you go, folks, you can see it's definitely high tide. It's the prom here, just at the back of the Beaches Hotel in Prestatyn. I bet that's absolutely convenient. Okay folks, so just driving into the main entrance to the Pontins. Obviously we won't be able to go through. There's a lot of work going on with the refurbishments. Workmen busy at it on the right here. The gates that Stan Butler and Reg, was it? Butler drove the bus through, and you can see in the distance there the campsite. The big building over to the right. It's like a main reception area. There was a swimming baths by there as well. I don't know if that's been knocked down, the swimming baths. Security guard to the left here, security gatehouse. I've had to swap to the view from the car because I'll tell you one thing I'm learning about these 360s is the battery doesn't last. Hardly. Really poor battery life. Although I think it might have been a little bit flat when it came out. So I've put it on the car charger now. But one thing I've noticed with them, if you're traveling quite at a good speed, the charge cable here starts to flip and cause some noise. So I'm driving slowly here now, obviously, because we're in the Pontins driveway. But I'll do some shots. We're going to do a bonus. I was planning on just doing these two sites and coming home, but because there's a castle theme to this, and it reminded me, beyond the buses site, they did some filming around another castle which is not too far from here. So I might go and get myself a coffee and treat you all to a bit of footage of another castle. Yes, 3 castles. Can you take this? It's exciting. So come on, let's go. Just realised I left my jacket on. It's boiling in the car here. Hey folks, we're just leaving Barkby Beach Pontins now, and I realised I'm in Prestati. There's a chip shop down here just to the left, which I haven't been for a while yet, but it used to get lovely fish and chips. And it's getting towards lunchtime, so I might pop in. I don't feel like fish and chips, but I might treat myself to a bag of chips and perhaps a pot of curry. We'll scoff that, and we'll get to this bonus castle footage that I promised you. On the right there, Carl's Fish and Chips. I don't know if Carl still owns the place, but we'll see what these chips are like. There you go folks, tray of chips and curry, 5p for the fork. And the glorious Irish or North Sea lapping away at the background there. What a way to spend a lunchtime. Great weather, great food. Let's have a little pan round. I'm doing this on my phone now because that Insta camera's, the battery's gone flat already. So I'll do a few shots on the phone and then I'll get that on charge with the in-car charger, and then hopefully be charged up sufficiently for me to get some shots of the next port of call, the next castle. Yeah, definitely guys, if it's still Carl there, well, he still makes a good chip. Really nice. Homemade chips, or chippy chips you call them. Not these fries you get in McDonald's and whatever. Proper chunky chips. And the gravy is, well, it's your typical sweet chip shop gravy, but pretty close up there. Does the trick. Bit of salt and vinegar. It's going down a treat. Yep, this is a life. I wonder if Dave the Diver's out there. No, definitely not the weather for diving for sushi. Oh, I wouldn't want to jump in that sea. I mean, it's going to be freezing cold, and God knows what's floating in it. See how long it takes for the birds to spot the chips on the floor. Disappointing, they usually out in the swim. Come on, birdies, come and get it, free grub. Take us. There they go. Here's a fun view. A bit dubious. Come and get it, lads. Come on. Stuck in now, guys. Okay, on the left here, folks, I'll turn that radio off. I want to get a copyright strike. There on the left, we've got the famous Robin Hood caravan site. Very popular spot for holiday makers. And I've got family in Manchester that used to come down regularly in the 70s for a caravan holiday. It's a great little site, from what I remember. Lots of entertainment. So you've got the beach just to the right of you, and then it's just a short journey into real town centre. Back in the day, you had the fun fair at the end of the beach in Real, which is not there anymore, sadly. It's all been torn down. And there's a retail park there with the usual suspects, I think, Greggs, Home Bargains, that type of thing. So instead of going on the Big Dipper, you can go for a pasty and go and look for something that costs you £1 in Poundland. Yeah, well, times change. Just coming into the town now, on the outskirts. I think what I might do is, I was going to go just directly into the town, but I might take the long route round and go down the coast, nearest to the coast, as opposed to going through the town. We can have a look. We can actually go and look where the old funfair site used to be and what it is now. We're just coming into to the left here, you should be able to see Bridland Castle. And the bridge to the left there is where Olive went over in a motorbike with Arthur. Well, the castle is glorious. You can actually go in and look around, but you have to pay. I haven't actually got time to do that today, but I'll take you on a quick run over the bridge, which also appeared in this film that I've been yakking on about. It's not even one of my favourite films, but it's an iconic British film, Holiday on the Buses. But this bridge that we're coming up to, this little bridge here by the traffic lights, not these lights, this next light. This is where, if you've watched our film, Arthur and Olive are making their way to there's the lovely castle on the right, you catch a glimpse. Yeah, when they're on the way to the holiday, they come over this bridge, and Olive is sitting in the sidecar, and it actually leaves the bike. It sort of like breaks away from the bike, and poor old Olive ends up in this river here that we're just going over now, sitting in the sidecar of the motorbike, and the suitcase had opened with all her nighties and what have you, all floating in the river. Let's turn right here. This is actually called Castle Street here, and I think the visiting centre up here is where you pay to go in to look around the grounds of the castle. As I say, I haven't got time to do that today. I might make another video out of that. I think we're going to have to reverse here, are we, guys? Get a nice view of the castle here. Yeah, there it is to the right. So please wash your wipers off. Yeah, Brithin Castle. Brithin, not Brithin, Bridland. Take a trip to Brithin Castle on another day. Not sure we actually pay to get in here, folks. We just pass it. I'm going to turn around here now. If that's I'll tell you what, we'll turn this off here. Okay guys, so we've jumped out of the car, just parked up, and we're just going to have a little walk down this little bit of a roadway here, and we might get a good view of Rutherland Castle without paying. Let's go and have a look. I don't think it's private. It looks like a thoroughfare. Public access. They've grown these hedges purposefully so that you can't see, so you have to pay to get in. No, they won't do that, will they? Yeah, there we are, guys. There's a view of Bridland Castle. So you can pay to get in. We haven't got time to do that. So maybe a more in-depth. Not sure if you'd be allowed in because they're busy mowing the grass. Big castle. Lots of it still standing. You know, so the field beyond over Redland, Prestat Inn, see Bridland in the background. Anyway, it's a nice third castle for us to look at in this first episode. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this first episode of my out and about, or out for lunch videos. And we were able to bring you 3 castles for the price of one, as it were, or maybe 2.5 castles. Prestatyn can't be classed as a castle, surely. Well, it's a castle site. And here we are just leaving Rydlan Castle now. The council are busy doing the ground maintenance, so I don't think we could have gone in anyway. But we're just about to leave Rydlan now. So I'll leave you with some final footage. We'll go back over Olive and Arthur's Bridge.